Okay, and that was transitioning a sale, and a lot of powerful information in that one. I love that one because it really starts to speak to the lack of leadership in our society. Now this one, asking for a sale, I'm gonna just connect these two because they're very similar. We like to make them different, but they're really very similar because what we do with the mind is we'll make things complicated. We'll have different things to focus on, when underneath it is usually like one or two core issues. So asking for the sale, I have another video for you to watch, and I really hope you enjoy this one because it's very similar to the last one. There's a few extra pieces I put in there, but it's good stuff, so enjoy that. Thank you. This next piece is about asking for the sale, and I think it's really great because it's very similar to the other one about transitioning to a sale, and I think it's the same thing. And I'll kind of recap a little bit with what that was about. We uncovered that it's not necessarily there's a need to transition to do something else to actually close somebody, and that someone's actually underneath that looking for permission to sell your product, close the deal. So if you have to do something differently than the presentation process, because it's like usually there's this period of presentation or enrollment, and then there's this separation in the mind where now it's time to close. What do I do differently? And then it gets pushy. That's typical. Salespeople get a typical bad rap with that. Now, a new way to see it is, and this is specifically about asking for the sale. I think asking for something, and there's nothing wrong with asking for what you want. I mean, if more people did that in the world, we'd have a lot less conflict if people just asked for what they wanted. But let's keep it strictly to sales. There's nothing wrong with asking for what you want. However, the place that you're coming from to even have to ask for the sale, same thing. You're needing permission. You're asking for permission to sell. Get out of that. You already have the permission. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in front of the person, talking to them on the phone. The universe is responding to your initial request, your initial intention to meet your numbers, to meet your goals. And the prospect has showed up on the phone. You already have the permission before you guys even started the conversation. So I think just to shift the mind around how to see asking for a sale. Of course, you still need to make that offer, but that's I have found personally that it's a way more effective and easier, you might want to call it transition, but it's really not. It's just part of the process. You must offer to help them into the service that you're offering. At some point during the conversation, you may do it more than once. As a matter of fact, I do it sometimes depending on the person I'm talking to, because I can gauge, is someone serious, is someone this, da, 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 da. I'll create a divergence in the conversation, create a fork in the road, kind of like a flow chart. I will actually ask them, are you just looking for information today, or are you ready to set something up? And I kind of give them the opportunity, it puts them on notice. And I'm not concerned too much with what they say, as long as they say something, and I pay attention to what they say, but I don't hold them to it, because by the end of the conversation, they may have said, I'm just looking for information, and at the end of the conversation with me, they're actually ready to buy. So, but it does create, it's a qualifying question. There's nothing wrong with asking, I want to make sure I'm helping you properly. Are you ready to set something up, or are you in research mode and things like that? So you can do it throughout the conversation, but you might want to, what we can do is change the wording, because the language is really going to have your come from be different. Let's not ask for the sale anymore. Let's just offer to help them close and see if they're ready.